hello. I know I'm a bit late to this party, but I thought I'd cover it anyway because I find it quite interesting. TOXICATOR, brand new flat ride coming to Alton Towers in 2025. There is no release date yet, but I thought I'd go through some of the facts and some of the thoughts that myself and other people have had. So, let's get into it. So, just to get going, in true Merlin Entertainment's fashion, this ride has been given not only a UK's first, a UK's only, but it's also been given a world's first. It will be the tallest topspin operating in the world, and it's going to be over 78 foot tall, apparently, according to the Alton Towers website. And that is due to it being sat on a 16-foot block of concrete, separating obviously Galactica and Nemesis and Forbidden Valley, the rest of it. I'm not sure what the world's first thing is all about. Yeah, it's the world's first flat ride, probably slapped on top of a bit of concrete. Hopefully they theme up the concrete well. It says here that it will allow more than 500 rides per hour, which is standard for top spins anyway. The double-sided version, which what TOXICATOR is, as you saw in the advert just before, it's one of two versions in Europe. The other one obviously being Talican at Phantasialand. I did that last year. And I'd say the main bit of criticism that this ride has got is the height restriction. It is a 1.4 meter height restriction. Personally, I don't agree with this. Like, they've just taken out Blade, which was a 1.2 meter height restriction, to then bring in a 1.4, which now means families with, like, say if you've got teenagers that aren't quite that height yet, or like 11-12-year-olds that aren't quite 1.4 meters, they're not going to want to go in Forbidden Valley, because the only ride that the whole family could go on in Forbidden Valley was Blade. And now that's gone. Every ride in that area is 1.4. Subterra's 1.4. TOXICATOR will be 1.4. Obviously, Nemesis Reborn is 1.4, and Galactica is 1.4. I personally don't get it myself. What else does it say here? Seated back to back before being flipped round and held face down above a bubbling pool of highly toxic alien acid. Knowing Towers and the budget cuts they've been making, there's been more budget cuts within Towers recently. I can see that just being a normal pool of water with green lights at the bottom flashing up onto the ride. It's the highest of its kind, standing at 78 foot because of the 16-foot block. It's meant to be toxic because of the it's supposed to be the what was it called? The Nemesis creature's saliva. So that's they've put, I don't know. I think it would have fit in better in X Sector. Theme it like military themed, because there's already two very military themed rides there. And again, you'll have the same problem as well with X Sector with the height restrictions, obviously with the Smiler and Oblivion. But I'm not too sure about TOXICATOR here. Yeah, world's first, one of two in Europe. I don't know, it's really weird. Bianca Sammet, the vice president of the Alton Towers Resort, has said that Towers is renowned for consistently delivering new and reimagined thrills for our fans, and as the UK's only topspin ride, we're excited to welcome TOXICATOR to the park. Yeah, it is the UK's only topspin. And yeah, it is somewhat reimagined. Obviously, if you don't know, Ripsaw years ago, I can't quite remember how many years, but years ago we got ripped out. Ripsaw ripped out. Very funny. Yeah, the whole thing for this ride is submit to the spin, which I think is quite unique. I quite like that. But there has been clips of it testing. I might put it in the video. If I do, I'll put it in now. So, if anyone remembers Ripsaw from back in the day, it was obviously 2 rows. They were like tiered rows, if you will, and they weren't back to back. They were both facing the same way towards the original Nemesis. I'll try and put a picture up on the screen for you. But now what they've done, instead of facing it towards Nemesis, you're not going to really get any good views, and they've said that there's going to be views from it. You're not going to really get views because what you're going to have, so instead of facing Nemesis, they've kind of put the side so it's facing Nemesis, if that makes sense. So the views you'll get will be of Bunker 94, which is the Nemesis shop, and Galactica. I don't know about that. I think it would have been better facing the Nemesis Reborn and it looking straight towards it on one side, and then on the other side, obviously you'll be looking at trees, but because you're flipping, you'll obviously see Nemesis as well. And then on the other side, you'll be facing the helicopter with the arcade in the back, and then you might see a little bit of Subterra as well. Yeah, I don't really know what else to cover. I've done the height restriction, the height, the fact it's on a block, the fact no families can go in the area anymore. It's not that they're banned or anything, it's just that they like the younger people that aren't quite 1.4 meters can't go on any of the rides in Forbidden Valley, so that wipes out a whole area for children as well, like little people. So yeah, I don't quite know what's going on here, but let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and yeah, I hope to see you again very soon. Subscribe, like, same old, and yeah, enjoy. Have a nice day.